Hello, my name is Alyssa So and my presentation will be on honor killings in the Middle East. First, I will start with the basic definition of honor killing. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, honor killing is the traditional practice in some countries of killing a family member who is believed to have brought shame on the family. Honor crimes tend to happen in places where women are discriminated. Even though men are sometimes targeted for honor crimes as well, it is very rare compared to the amount of honor crimes committed on women. Honor crimes are committed in many parts of the world, but they occur most frequently in the Middle East and South Asia. These honor killings are violating human rights by discriminating against women and taking away their safety and security. Next, I will move on to when honor killings began. The roots of honor killing come from a complex code of honor that is ingrained in many Middle Eastern societies. Laws that promoted violence against women are notable in Assyrian law codes dating back to 6000 BCE and in the codes of Hammurabi. In ancient Rome, fathers maintained cultural and legal power over all members of their families. They were penalized if they did not take violent actions against female relatives who were considered to have violated the sexual code. In medieval Albania, the legal structure permitted the killing of women who were believed to have committed adulterous acts. Honor killings predate Islamic religion and maintain historical roots around the world. The origin of the killings, specifically for preserving one's honor, originated in ancient desert tribes. Women were responsible for her family's honor. In these communities, honor was closely linked with one's standing in society, which is then determined by a man's wealth and property. Women who were the property of their father, husband, or male relative were valued for their reproductive capabilities. Woman was considered a factory for making men. Therefore, women were considered an investment a male made toward his honor and standing in the community, which in turn legitimized his rights to compensate for the damage to his honor. The honor killing is not a means to control sexual power or behavior. What's behind it is the issue of fertility or reproductive power. Men would kill women to hide their shame, publicly demonstrate their power, and avoid being considered socially impotent and without honor by their community. There is an ancient Arabic expression that states, "A man's honor lies between the legs of a woman." Family status heavily depends upon honor, which includes the respect of the daughters and wife of the family. This in turn depends on the woman's virginity. A woman's virginity is seen first as a property of her father and later as a gift for her husband. A woman's behavior in clothing is also something that must be guarded by the men of the family. Since many Middle Eastern countries are based upon a patriarchy legal system, honor killings further strengthen the patriarchal society which places women beneath the power of men. Many of these communities exclude single mothers by denying them social welfare or economic support, which also supports the patriarchal society. Victims of honor killings are usually women whose actual or perceived behavior is regarded as violating ingrained cultural or religious norms. There are many reasons for honor killings. Some of them include misuse of their sexuality, such as sexual relations before marriage, or even being the victim of rape. Adultery, refusal to enter into an arranged marriage, marrying without permission of the family, marrying someone of the same gender, disobedience, leaving home without permission, giving a flirtatious look, seeking a divorce, wearing Western-type clothes, or even smoking. Now I will talk about the punishments for those who committed an honor killing. Basically, honor killings are illegal because they are homicides by law. However, many legal systems tend to be lenient with those who committed an honor killing because the perpetrators are seen by the society as defending traditional values. Religion also plays a major role in the justification of honor killings. For example, in Jordanian law, Article 98 reduces the punishment of offenders by stating that a man who commits a crime in a fit of fury caused by an unrightful act on the part of the victim will have reduced penalty. Article 340 in the Jordanian law states that he who discovers his wife or one of his female relatives committing adultery and kills, wounds, or injures one or both of them is exempt from any penalty. Article 341 from the Jordanian law defines murder as an act of defense if the act of killing another or harming another was committed as an act in defense of his life or his honor or somebody else's life or honor. All of these laws prevent the guilty from any or minimal punishment. Other laws that support honor killing include Islamic law, stating that a wife must obey her husband and failure to do so permits physical punishment and even killing. The Iran Penal Code, Article 630, states that a husband is allowed to murder his wife without penalty if he suspects her of adultery. These lenient defenses are permitted in more than 20 Middle Eastern countries. Islamic law, on the other hand, requires sufficient and high-quality evidence for such serious acquisitions. However, some men who have committed an honor killing state that tradition is stronger than religion. For example, if rumors began to spread about a girl, then the family feels forced by social pressure to end the potential embarrassment, even without the evidence that the Islamic law requires. Honor killings are classified as a defense to family honor, and therefore are difficult to prosecute as a criminal action. If persecuted, sentences are usually limited to about 6 months. The sentences can even be further reduced if the murderer is a minor, which encourages young male relatives to perform the act of honor killing instead. Statistics show that 91% of perpetrators were Muslims, with Jordan having the highest rate of honor killings in the world. According to Goldstein's The Biological Roots of Heat of Passion Crimes and Honor Killings, published in 2002, the United Nations Population Fund estimates that about 5,000 women die from honor killings every year, but this data is not as accurate as possible due to the vast number of honor killings that are not reported. Reliable statistics do not exist because many honor killings are unreported or ignored by local law enforcement. Studies indicate that honor killings accelerated significantly in a 20-year period between 1989 and 2009. This can either mean that honor killings are increasing significantly or that there are more reports of honor killings. Similarly to the past, family is still the foundation of many Middle Eastern societies, and therefore shows that honor killings are still prevalent within their communities. Today, honor killings occur in many different ways. Some women are hacked to pieces in full view of the community, shot in private, or younger male siblings and relatives are pressured to kill the woman because the sentence will be lighter than it would be for adult relatives. But regardless of how they treat the woman, honor killings are still used to this day to maintain familial and societal power structures, because any assault on men's property is considered an assault on their honor. Therefore, countries who continue the act of honor killings are trying to maintain a patriarchal community. Honor killings are also appearing in other countries due to the immigration of many Muslims. There have been reports of honor killing in every European country and also in Ecuador, Brazil, Canada, and the United States. Even to this day, honor killings are hard to control because many countries are lenient toward the punishments on honor killings. In many countries in the Middle East, men are able to get away with this crime because the country's religion supports honor killing. Honor crimes are hard to control or eradicate unless laws are strictly enforced against them. With the lenient and encouraging honor killing laws in many countries today, people will continue to think that honor killing is something that is permitted and ethical.